Welcome once again. Here you see the app building which we completed last time and which we showed how you can build your new app. And we have demonstrated that when you build it, it's going to show this pattern. And thus, we will want to decorate this portion in order to show how the app is going to look like when it's completely built in terms of your business ideas. We would then want to put a kind of a button where people can click on, and then it leads you to some activity such as being contacted via your WhatsApp number, or probably the button to be called directly so that your customers can reach you, or an email to be generated to be sent to you so that there will be easy communication. And perhaps we'll put another button here so that there will be a share option where people can share the app around so that your business can then blossom. All right, let's go on now. So we will concentrate our effort by just making some cuts in this section. Uh, First of all, we'll have to take away this, and I think we're going to use a system known as relative layout. Uh, we just start by clicking that, and it shows relative layout. Then you click on that, then it changes the whole of that. Obviously, we want to take away this part, which is going to change. You don't do anything with these sections, but we're going to have different parts. The first part will be to show the location of a logo, perhaps, and that would be uh, you would start by typing these, which I guess you would have knowledge of before then. So you go on to image view, type image view, and you can actually, by the following the down arrow, you can do that and put it match parent, and then you can, let's put it an estimated size of 200 dp, and to bring in the resource we'll put it like that, but we need to generate a resource. So perhaps I'll go onto my desktop where I've saved a bit of images, which I will open somewhere here. I'm going to bring in uh, this icon here, which is going to be my, so I'm going to take copy and then bring it onto this section in the project, and then click on that project again, look at resource, and then click on drawable, and then right click and you paste what you've copied. Make sure it's a drawable that you've collected, selected there, and then of course whatever is there is copied there, and that is already shown there, which you can demonstrate that is the same resource you got. And then coming over here, so try and put, just start by typing RCBT there, and it brings up the column, and you can see it's appearing in real time on that side. If, for example, you increase that size to 400, it's going to see it's going to be bigger, but you don't want it that big. Just 200 would be fine. You can also reduce that size to 300 dp, but that's not what you want. You just want it just across, so you call it match parent. And you can then separate it from the top, thereby uh, margin top. Probably you can put 5 dp, it leaves a space, and when you just do that, you would close that bracket. Then in order to reference subsequent information, you can uh, put that as id slash image photo, kind of, so that any other activity below there will show in reference to that, because the relative layout suggests you're doing everything relative to the other ones. And because beneath here we want to show the name of your business, we will want to design that name in some way using a text view. So you start typing text view, and you can put wrap content, wrapping the content of your text. It can be a text there, and you can put, for example, if it's your workplace is called a CBT, uh, business, then you can put it like that. You can see it is actually showing up here, but that's not what you want it to be, so you need to bring it down. But before we do that, let's increase the size to 30, and then we can say below. You can see how important it is. Now I'm going to say it's going to be below the image photo, which is that point there. You can see it's come down here, but we do also want it to be in the center. Uh, Center, horizontal, true, and there it is. But we want some space beneath that very photo, in which case we can say margin top. Let's put it 6 dp. There's space there already. We want to put a background to it so that it's nicely designed. But in that case, we want to make something known as a drawable folder here. So you can follow me to form 1 over here, and then you say drawable resource file. Click on that. Let's put it as business name drawable, and then you click on that and come over here just so that you can see what you're doing. We're going to design a shape now. Let me show that what is happening so that you can be seeing what is being done. And space there, you can then click on shape and rectangle, and then come in it, beneath there. You just start. You can say solid. We want to select a color, there, and there's a particular code which you can select. Just follow. At this moment, it shows you black, but you truly want something different. And let's imagine yellow. Over here, then we can select that, and then you just click out of there, and it keeps that automatically. And then we want to make a bit of corners there. So corners, so bottom right, no, bottom left radius 25 dp, corners, sorry, bottom, sorry, top right radius 25 dp as well. It gives a design there. You close that, and then you go back to that, and remember the name of that resource again, business name drawable, and you put business name drawable, and it covers that. But we could make this a bit, let's imagine that we are going to call this a bit bigger, 300 dp, and then put this writing within the center. Call it gravity center. Beautiful. And then we need to change the color of that if you want it in red, or you want it a bit of white. Let's try white and see. So you can say color, text color. We can put white as FF. It's not very clear, so perhaps we'll try and find a color that matches very well. A red color, does it not? Blue color, perhaps another color that way. Pink color, not very well. green color, mm, perhaps, and or purple color there. Let's see, and keep it there. And let's see if we can actually make this look a bit more attractive by saying 30 dp. No, that's small. 60 dp. Okay, so you look at that. That's the name of. I think we can actually get that name bigger by increasing this 500. No, that's a bit big. 400. Let's look at how it looks there. Okay, so it just looks fine. And that's the name of your business, a CBT business. And you close that space. The next thing is to build the buttons beneath this part, and which will one would we want to make three of them. So one would be to share to some kind of WhatsApp, and some to call, and another one to send you an email. And to do that, would use something called linear layout, and match parent, and we'll wrap the content and close it that way, and everything we need to put within that linear layout. But we want that linear layout to be below this, so we need to give the resource name ID, business name, and so we're going to call this to be below business name. Okay, so you see it jumps down based on that appearance. Now, linear layout has to be given orientation, and because we want to give information across, so we call it horizontal. And so from that point, you make sure that everything is done beneath there at that point. So you're going to put some um, buttons, if you prefer to use buttons, uh, here. Good button, wrap content, double button one, but we want about three. So there's a procedure we call wait sum, and so three. So it means that it gives room for, so the like linear weight will be one on this side. And then we'll do another button, wrap content, wrap content. Another weight will be one here. Okay, and then do another button, wrap content, wrap content, weight one. So it's given exactly three buttons within that section, so you can see that. And next we want to make sure that everything within here is limited in some way. And before we do that, let's call the name so that we can see. So we want to say call. Okay, this text here will be WhatsApp message. Okay, oh, let me see, it was just WhatsApp contact, and down here just say email. Perfect. At this point, we want to then we can design this later, But the intention at this moment is to show uh, what these would look like, and perhaps we want to design the background so that it would be colorful. And so you come to drawable again and design button drawable design, rather call it button design, and we will again remember what we did, call it shape rectangle, and then put it colors, uh, colors, uses, oh sorry, solid colors. Let's put primary, and then okay, corners. So all of the corners, let's make it 25 dp. Top left 25 dp. Bottom left 25 dp. Bottom right 25 dp. Okay, just make sure you close that as well. And then go back to your design, which is here. And let's see how we can design and put this background. We call it remember button design, and there you have it. But of course you've covered the call, so you want to do something about that. We can text color, perhaps that would be white, would be great. You can show a little bit bright better than that. So you just copy this and paste it underneath here, uh, and copy as well, which remains copied, and paste it here. There you have designed everything. Remember again to give some space, so you can call it margin top, and let's say 10 dp. So you give some space underneath over there, and you can see already how your app is looking based on that design. And again, we would build it at some point, and we're going to make a little bit more design there to demonstrate what we're doing. The next thing would be we want to show how you should be able to share your app underneath this point, and then you can actually use a resource here we call another uh, image button. Let's wrap content, gravity. No. Let's get the image first of all, but we don't have the image yet, so let's go here and get one from resource. Click on drawable again. We come to new, is this image asset. You want to get something known as action bar or tab, and then click on this clip art and find the share button, whichever one you prefer. I think I like this screen share, which I want to call share, and I want to have the color customized to my need. A white will not be brilliant, perhaps because I'm dealing with blue. We can choose blue and then, oh, did I call it with a name? No, I just said action name. So action name was used, we would use that, but perhaps let's go back and actually change that. Say share over there, and then you're clicking, you got your, and then you, in that place, let's have a look at what we've done. See share there. So you can come over here and put share, and you see share, but it's appearing up here because we have not put it underneath this linear view, the linear layout, which is business. Sorry, it's we have not named it, so let's put that name for it. ID uh, linear one. Let's call it linear one, and so we can say this should be below linear one, and there it is. But we don't want that. We want some space, so margin top 20 dp, and perhaps it's quite small image, so we can actually make it bigger by increasing the size here. Perhaps let's say 100 dp, 100 dp, and there you have the image size, but it's actually not showing that a bit, so we will have to actually have to go into the image resource here. Remember to look at that and increase it here, 100 dp, 100 dp, and have a look at it here at the moment. It's just filled it very good, perfect. So that's what we want, but still we want it to be in the center here. It might be challenging. Let me put gravity. No, it's not permitting that. We can close this and put all of this within a linear layout, and so we can centralize that, in which case I can do something like that. Click on that, close that up, and then start with another linear layout. Okay, match parent, app content. Okay, we want all of these, which you can cut and put in between here. So it is within there, but it's yet, because I need to put this linear layout below here. So it's going to be below linear one again. Remember that, very good. So it brings it down, and we gravity, let's imagine that, very good. So takes it into the center, and we want some space, margin top 30 dp, perfect. And then you don't need this again in here, since you've defined it outside here at this point. So there you have your space there. You can do something a bit so that anyone who comes here will know you want to share. So below here, you just put text view, in which case I have to define the orientation here. So, but first of all, let's put that wrap content and say text, share item, share app. Okay, close that, but you see it's appearing over here. In order to get that in place, beneath that, we can just make this orientation vertical, and immediately it takes that share up. But we want to make it a bit uh, bigger than that. Text size 24 sp, and give some space, margin top 5 dp. Okay, and you want text color primary color primary, and it comes that way. And I think you've done your design already, and let's build to see what it looks like before we get to implementing it. And this is the build run it up there, and which you click on that, and it will take some time to build, but as soon as it builds, you're going to see the app coming along. It's going to replace what has been built here already as a design of the beautiful app on your business. And there it is appearing beautiful. So you see your app has been beautifully displayed, and you can call it your activity business. The next we will work on making sure that we activate all of this to show how you can get called, and or a WhatsApp message sent to you, or an email sent to you as well for a call back. Thank you very much for watching. We see you again.